Hello, and welcome back to Road TRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is number 844. The category is the Great Depression. This is a 21-question trivia quiz. The question 21 tiebreakers at the very end of the video, if you need to stick around for that. All of these questions come from the time frame of the Great Depression in the United States of America. Thank you for watching. Good luck. Question number 1. What was the name of the American author who is well known for his highly acclaimed novels of Mice and Men and The Grapes of Wrath, both set during the Great Depression? Both of those novels were by John Steinbeck. Question number 2. What U.S. president's laissez-faire approach to regulating markets and establishing banking restrictions created the roaring 20s economy where the stock markets were high and the interest rates were low? The answer is Calvin Coolidge. Question number 3. Although his predecessor's policies led to the crisis, which lasted over a decade, he bore much of the blame in the minds of the people. Who was America's 31st president who took office in 1929, the year the U.S. economy plummeted into the Great Depression? The president during the Great Depression was Herbert Hoover. Question number 4. The first day of the stock market crash of the 1929 was on a Wednesday. The second day was called Black Thursday because it was a devastating time for investors who suddenly saw how overpriced their stocks were. What month in 1929 was the stock market crash? All of that happened in the month of October. Question number 5. What was the nickname given to the series of programs and projects instituted during the Great Depression by President Franklin D. Roosevelt that aimed to restore prosperity to the Americans? That program was called the New Deal. Question number 6. To add to the economic pain of the 1930s, what was the name given to the period of severe dust storms brought on by severe drought and a failure to apply dry land farming methods that greatly damaged the ecology and agriculture of the American Midwest? That period of severe dust storms was known as the Dust Bowl. Question number 7. What was the name of the notorious gang leader that set up a soup kitchen serving 3 meals a day during the Great Depression in his city of Chicago in an effort to clean up his bad reputation with the public? That Chicago gangster was Al Capone. Question number 8. FDR put together a group of economists, lawyers, and social workers and tasked them with generating progressive solutions to the economic and institutional issues plaguing America. What nickname was given to this group of great minds? Roosevelt called it his brain trust. Question number 9. Not without a bit of irony, what board game was released by Parker Brothers in the early 1930s and became very popular during the Great Depression as an inexpensive way to pass the time with family and friends? While everyone was losing their properties to the bank, they were playing Monopoly. Question number 10. There were hundreds throughout the country, each testifying to the housing crisis that accompanied the employment crisis of the early 1930s. What nickname was given to the shack towns and homeless encampments during the Great Depression? Named after Herbert Hoover, they were called Hoovervilles. Question number 11. In an effort to curtail crime and increase taxable revenue, in 1933, what amendment to the United States Constitution was passed and ratified, ending national prohibition and legalizing alcohol sales once again? That amendment was the 21st Amendment. Question number 12. What was the popular American radio drama series based on the comic strip of the same name about an orphan that debuted on Chicago's WGN in 1930 and was broadcast throughout the entirety of the Great Depression? That popular program was called Little Orphan Annie. Question number 13. What was the name of the couple that went on a 2-year crime spree during the Great Depression, robbing banks and evading police, eventually becoming notorious outlaws, appearing in all sorts of newspapers and other publications? That infamous couple was Bonnie and Clyde. Question 14. An independent agency created by the Banking Act of 1933, it provides insurance for each deposit ownership category up to a specified amount. What is the full name of Roosevelt's New Deal agency that is known as the FDIC? That is known as the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Question number 15. Running from 1933 to 1942, what was the name of Roosevelt's new public works program that was known simply as the CCC and provided jobs during the Great Depression for unemployed, unmarried men from relief families? The CCC was the Civilian Conservation Corps. Question number 16. When Americans needed an escape from the problems caused by the long economic crisis, they turned to a hero who stood up for the poor and the powerless. What was the name of this comic book hero who first appeared in Action Comics #1 in 1938? Action Comics #1 was the first appearance of Superman. Question number 17. Although radio shows were the most popular form of entertainment during the 1930s, movies allowed people to forget about the stress of the Depression for a while. What was the title of Walt Disney's first full-length animated feature that was released in 1937? That groundbreaking film was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Question number 18. Built for the hardest of federal criminals, what was the name of the new federal prison that opened in western USA in 1934 and housed popular Prohibition-era gangsters like George Machine Gun Kelly? The answer is Alcatraz. Question number 19. In 1933, the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt, gave his first of what series of evening radio addresses to the American people from the diplomatic reception room of the White House? Those were called his fireside chats. And question 20. The beginning of a global event caused a need for more production and more jobs and helped the country out of the slump that it was in. What was this event that is usually credited with ending America's Great Depression? The Great Depression was ended by World War II. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road TRIpVIA. The Great Depression was a requested category. I don't even remember who requested it. I wrote down the Great Depression on the list, but I forgot to write down the viewer who requested it. So if you requested it, thank you, because once I started writing about it, I realized there was a lot that I forgot about and a lot I didn't know. So I think the Great Depression is a good quiz, and I can't believe we've done 840 plus trivia quizzes and have not done an American Great Depression trivia. Anyways, now we have. Tomorrow will be lightning round. That's the 21 quick questions with a little bit easier answers, questions and answers. But the name of the game tomorrow is speed. The questions come quick and the answers come even quicker. So be ready for that. Stick around if you like fast trivia, and then we've got another whole week of trivia coming up. Because this is episode number 844, that means tomorrow we will have only 156 more episodes to go before we hit 1,000. Still trying to think of how I want to celebrate 1,000. I'm starting to formulate a pretty good idea, but if you have any ideas, I will listen to them, and I'll be announcing it soon. I think we're going to do another competition, and I think it's going to be a good time, and I think the prize is going to be well worth the wait. Thank you for watching. Here's question 21 for today, the tiebreaker for Great Depression trivia. Getting near the end of the Great Depression and getting closer to World War II, Time magazine made what person their Man of the Year in 1938? Pulling the country of Germany out of their own Great Depression, but also starting World War II, the answer is Adolf Hitler. Time magazine's Man of the Year 1938, Adolf Hitler. Thank you for watching. Check back tomorrow for lightning round. See you then.